What's going on, Nemzicott? It's Just Nemz, aka Nemzicott here, and today, people, I will be bringing the first actual favorite theory Friday. Now, what these are, basically, it's popular fan theories amongst the Pokemon community, and what I do is I go through and I read. Oh God! Oh my God! What the fuck, yo? Why? Why did that what reason do they have to just put up a horror thing, just boom, just flash it right in my face? Oh my God. Lord forgive me for using your name in vain, but that was just terrifying. My bad if that went dark there. Hopefully I can edit that and fix it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to read fan theories, or favorite fan theories, and then I'm going to clearly debunk them. The first one being the Ash's Coma Theory. Now, this is probably the most known Pokemon theory there is. It basically says, like, oh, I'm going to just read a bit off of it. Have you ever noticed that the pacing, tone, and story development of Pokemon changes after Ash is hit by lightning in the early episodes? Stop right there. That doesn't make any sense. I'll tell you why. He's hit by lightning in the first episode, so how can the story change? Like, how can the pacing be different? It's like, if he got hit in the first episode, of course the pacing's gonna be different, you dumbass. It's like it's a whole new story because it's after the first. It's like in the first half of the first episode he gets struck by lightning. How Ash and his world are relatively normal until after that incident. I've already stated my reason. I have a theory. The accident with the bike put Ash into a coma. Days later, he was found and hurried to the hospital. Pause again. He would have probably died. There's no medical help. Probably would have died in the wilderness. You know, because even the Pokemon thing, even the Pokédex has stated that there are Pokemon who hunt and will eat the dead creatures, so he would have died. The accident put Ash in a coma. He was found hurt. This is why Team Rocket became less menacing. Again, stop again. He didn't meet Team Rocket when he was first struck by lightning. He didn't meet them until afterwards. And that brings me to a major point in this. Science itself tells us that we don't imagine people when we dream. We can only create personalities towards people we have seen in our lives. And throughout Ash's entire journey, he's met people. Like, that's all he ever did, was meet new people. That already disproves this theory right then and there. Because a coma is basically, he's in like a dream state. He's in a comatic state. And he can't, or a comatose state, my bad. And it wouldn't make sense for it to say, oh, well, he imagined these people. And that, well, it makes no damn sense because you can't imagine people when you're dreaming. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow scientific law. Okay, but let's continue. The medication took effect and stabilized his coma dreams so that instead of being terrifying, they became idyllic. Or because he's a kid and most kids his age, especially boys, tend to block out the negative parts in their lives. So it makes sense. They allowed him to live out his Pokemon Master fantasies again. Ash isn't the Pokemon Master. If anything, he sucks. Like, he just seriously sucks. He loses all the time. He's not a Pokemon Master, so it wouldn't make any sense. After the beginning episodes, I've commented on already, that was the first episode, so it still doesn't make sense. The series is the result of Ash's subconscious mind fulfilling his desires as well as attempting to escape reality. Kids do that all the time. He's only 10, you retard. Should Ash realize he's in a coma, he would wake up and suffer brain damage, so he must take down all his mental barriers one by one. In a Pokemon world, I would assume Chansey would be able to heal really anything as well. So, like a Chansey and a Blissey, I think comas really aren't worried because, seriously, there's a lot of Pokemon healing wise that can probably deal with it and help a person mentally. If he can do that, he seems to come in grips with who he is and escape his coma. Further evidence comes from the realization that Journey takes some vast differences. He never usually travels by bike due to having developed the phobia of them. No! That's not why. Have you ever played the games? A bike is $1 million. That's why he doesn't travel by bike, because they're $1,000,000. It even states it in one of the last episodes when Misty leaves, that he had to win the bike. And you know what he did? When he got the bike that he has a phobia of, he gave it to Misty, so as a return gift for what he did, because he owed her a bike, stated in like the second episode. So, no, that doesn't make sense. At all. Like, at all. He doesn't have a phobia of bikes, because he still rode the bike, but instead he decided to give it to Misty, and she ended up leaving, although she should have stayed, because, you know, Misty was one of the best, but still. So no, doesn't make sense. It also explains how a child could go off on his own into a world full of dangerous and untamed animals. Oh my goodness. No. No. He was already going out on his own. Every other child went out on their own. That doesn't make sense. Because that would have, if he was so happened to be in a coma, he would have gotten a coma after he went out on his own. Not before, because that wouldn't make any sense. Starts out when he starts his journey. Like, what the hell? That's retarded. Like, I never realized how bad this theory was until I'm reading it verbatim. Like, it just doesn't make sense at all. And also, going back to the evidence coming from the vast journeys, he was given tickets by Professor Oak, and he bought tickets and all this stuff. So, of course, he took vast journeys. Everyone does it in the Pokemon world. Not just Ash. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Joy and Jenny, he knew from his hometown. No, he didn't. And again, there were no officer. There was no officer. I mean, no, there was probably an Officer Jenny, but there was no Nurse Joy, because there wasn't a Pokemon Center in Pallet Town. There wasn't. Again, has he ever played the game, or did he even bother watching the episodes? Goodness. And according to Brock, there is a difference in every Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny. So, no. And if you watch the newer episodes, they're a lot different than they used to look. So, no. The fantasy also explains how every time he enters a new region, virtually no one has heard of him. Not true. Max brings him up in Gen 3 when he's talking about his Orange Island. People have brought him up in Gen 5 and in Gen 4 from seeing him on TV. Many people have finished all 8 gyms in the region, so again, it doesn't really make any sense. It's just a matter of he never really got far until later, so that's why no one heard of him in the beginning stages. Moving characters closer to him, blah 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 blah. Brock is Ash's Ash fell into a coma, a virgin as such, needed an outlet for his growing sexual frustrations. However, he's 10, you dumbass. There wasn't any sexual crap in his mind because he's 10. He is a 10-year-old. He wasn't focusing on his sexuality because he was 10. He was focused on catching Pokemon like I was when I was 10. Like, seriously. It doesn't make sense. No. Like, this theory is just stupid. You may notice that James has got much more dialogue in this part of the series, as well as getting more touchy-feely with his Pokemon. Because James is a good person. James is just working with Team Rocket for money because that's all he can do. Like, in all seriousness, James is there were points where he wanted to leave Team Rocket. James is a good person. That's why he treats Pokemon like that. You know what? I'm not even finishing this, yo. I'm not finishing it. I just can't deal with it. I really can't. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, it's ridiculous how stupid it is. I don't get why it's so passed around. This theory sucks. It really does. I've seen better theories come from a 6-year-old who told me Santa exists. Like, no, these theories just made no sense. Goodness. Oh, I'm gonna hate when I have to cover my next theory. So, if you guys pretty much just enjoyed me tearing apart the theory, smash the hell at this like button, or I should really save this stuff for the intro. So, more videos like this will be coming next week. Hopefully next week everything will be back on schedule. It's just Nemz been here, and on to the outro. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, okay? And those of you who do subscribe, you just joined this Nemzicott, okay? So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video, okay? It's just Nemz here. I'm out, okay? Please.